All right. I'm talking about the mode of transmission of cholera. What is mode of transmission of cholera? Mode of transmission is the various means or ways by which someone can be infected with cholera. Cholera is a bacterial disease, like I've said. The main source of infection is water contaminated by feces from a sufferer of the disease or a carrier. A carrier is an individual infected with Vibrio, which does not develop the typical symptoms of cholera. Vibrio is the causative agent, the type of bacteria that is Vibrio cholera. A carrier is an individual who is infected with the disease, with the causative agent, who does not develop the typical signs of cholera. Drinking of contaminated water, washing of food or utensils in it are the most common means of transmission. Direct contamination of food. Direct contamination of food. I have the causative agent here. Causative agent. Water transmission of cholera. Then we have the mode of transmission is what I'm talking about today. Direct contamination of food with feces as a result of poor hygiene is also possible. Vibrio cholera multiplies in the intestine of individual, releasing a powerful toxin which results in violent inflammation of the intestine and production of a watery diarrhea. This is what happens when, that is why you see people going to the toilet often and on every time, because it makes them, it inflames or inflames, it makes the intestine to swell up. So when it gets inflamed, it triggers the production of watery diarrhea. The organisms can only multiply and flourish in the human intestine, although they can survive outside the body. So it is multiplying inside the intestine, and it has the qualities of developing outside the body. Yes, it can also develop outside the body. So that is it for the mode of transmission. So we have been able to talk about the mode of transmission of cholera. We are saying that it is fecal-oral route. Fecal-oral route is through fecal-borne material when they pass through the mouth. For example, when it passes through food. When you prepare a food and leave it open, flies may perch on the food because fly feeds on feces. It can perch on the feces outside and now flies and perch on the open food. The person who ingests it is the fecal-oral route. It passes through the mouth. It will now cause problem for that person. Another fecal-oral method of transmission is if there is handshake, people shook each other and didn't wash their hand. The person can, if it doesn't wash the hand that eats food or takes anything like fruits or something without washing the hand, it touches the mouth with the feces that's inside it, it will now cause cholera for the person. Then we'll talk about through oral route. Oral route, that happens majorly with water. When someone injects water that is contaminated, it is oral route. Discharge, fecal discharge. When someone uses his or herself, uses the defecates and all that, there can be it can be as a result of using the toilet, not washing the hand, touching some places, and then eating or doing some other things. All these things can cause malaria inside the body. They can cause cholera inside the body. Don't know why I'm calling malaria, but it is still part of it. They are together. So humans are only reservoir of this infection. Bacterium transmitted via food. Humans are only reservoirs. And bacterium transmitted via contaminated water and food. The carriers include houseflies and other insects because they touch feces. When they touch fecal-bound bacteria, their body will carry feces and now put it on the food people eat. Then another means of transmission is person-to-person transmission. Individuals via handshake. You understand? So these are other means of transmission. So in this section, we have talked about mode of transmission of cholera, and we said that mode of transmission are the various ways or means whereby cholera is being transmitted from one person to another. And we've been able to say that we have fecal-oral route, we have entry-oral route, and we have discharge route. Then we also have been able to establish that humans are the reservoirs of the infection. Then we have bacterium transmitted through contaminated, the bacterium which is Vibrio cholerae is being transmitted also through contaminated water or contaminated food. Then we have the carriers, houseflies and other insects. Then we have person-to-person contamination, transmission rather. So these are the things that, the ways by which cholera can be transmitted. Thank you.